Yes, quickly across to Tayla. Woohoo! We've broken the leopard curse. Hallelujah. Here we have Mr. Hosana. Thank you for those that spotted him on the damn wall. I'd actually come to Tayla. I was here. You may have seen me, you may have heard me racing around or seen my spotlight shining about. But we have him finally. Wiem, how happy are you now?
78.
Only 78, and you got to see dogs and a leopard.
78 out of 80.
78 out of 80. Very clever. Well, clever. Kirsty, we have not been spoiled. We have worked hard. Thank you very much. Take that back. Yes, we were not letting this leopard slip out of our claws. That was for sure. As soon as I heard Kirsty gave the update of James saying that monkeys were alarming, I raced here like I was chasing after dogs again. One. I'm just going to jump up ahead. Now, where are you going, boy? There he is. He's just off to the left of us. Let's walk a little bit to the right. There you go. Here he is. Just slinking through the grass quietly. I love how he's lifted his tail up, like he doesn't want his tail to rustle any of the grass today. So happy. Very happy to see this beautiful boy. He's turning out to be a lovely cat, don't you all think? He's growing quite nicely. And he doesn't look too fat. He looks in perfect condition. Although it would be nice if he could catch an impala or an Inyana so he can eat it here and we can see him for a few more days. Hosana just keeps moving. I mean, after Brent lost him, it wouldn't surprise me if he was just carried on moving throughout the day. He tends to do that. A fly's getting you. Bugs. Sorry. There's a scrubber to the left of him, but I don't think he's seen it. In between those two trees. Somewhere there I saw some eyes, maybe a little bit further back, but he hasn't seen. Oh, there. Oh, you're a lucky scrub hair. Lucky scrub hair. Okay, now I just need... Oh, Hosana has seen it. Zoom out a bit. I can't put... He's directly here. Maybe... He's watching the scrub hair. There he is. You got him? There you go. So Hosana in the right corner. Scrubber on the left. He was not running around, but he was moving around. I think he knows Hosana's here, though, because the vervet monkeys are still alarming in the distance. You can see that you might not be able to see, but if you look very carefully, that scrub hair's ears working overtime. Twitching, trying to pick up any sort of sound, but luckily for us, we're quite far away from him, which is good news. And we're obviously not going to do any more moving around. I don't know if he's going to catch one this time, although I feel like Hosana has worked on his scrub hair hunting skills. Something's got his attention off to the right. Yeah, he's turned his head, focusing on the scrub hair anymore. Looking away completely. Maybe he's heard the impala that are just a few hundred meters away from him. In fact, yeah, something else has caught his attention. I don't know what it is. No, turned away. Where are you going? Maybe he knows Dad's on the property and he's going to go meet him for a beer. No, he's too young for a beer. He couldn't be having one just yet. For like 3.5 years old for a leopard is acceptable. And of course, she's talking absolute nonsense. I don't know where he's going. He's going in the right direction for food because he's heading up towards the open plains of quarantine, and there are so many impala, inyala, and wildebeest for him to choose from. Just being very careful. I'm trying to watch the camera in this tree in front of us. It's pitch black outside. Kirsten, what was that sound? Were you being Darth Vader? Right, we're going to try and get ahead of Hosana again without disturbing too many things in the bush. Brent has got a creature that's probably not going to make a quick escape. Right, we've found Hosana. I'm going to sit quietly though because we're going to do a action broadcast. Good afternoon, well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to this live and interactive safari. We're sitting in the middle of the Sabi Sand Game Reserve in South Africa, where we are watching a leopard slink through the grass, and with prey in sight, maybe only 20 meters away. Now, we are sitting with our infrared lights on, so it's a special light that the animals cannot see. I cannot see anything either. It is pitch black out here. I'm just looking on my small monitor, which allows me to see what's going on. This is absolutely incredible to watch. He is so close. He's a young male leopard. Some of you that do follow Safari Live may know him. Hosana, the son of a very famous leopard, Karula, who mysteriously disappeared last year sometime. Well, he's getting close. Now, for a leopard to get this close is perfect. Now, I did say it was live and interactive, so if you do have any chats, you know what to do. You just have to comment away. And I'm going to try and keep my voice as low as possible, but we have parked a fair distance away from them to allow him to do his thing. And we're not going to move at all until Hosana makes his final move this evening. This is amazing. I don't think that Impala Ram knows what's going on either. He's completely oblivious. But being on his own and at night, the Impala, of course, is going to be quite cautious too. Zephyr, you're rooting for Hosana. I think we all are in this case. He's a beloved leopard. And I was just saying a moment ago, before you all joined us, as he was staring into the eyes of a scrub hare, that he needs a meal, and I'd wish he'd go for something a little bit bigger. And he did. He obviously heard the rustling of this impala as it grazes and decided that he'd rather use his energy. Oh, here he goes, look. This impala knows something's up. The vervet monkeys were alarming also. Come on, Hosana, your chances. Come on, go now. He might not have another moment. No, that impala, I think, for now, is gone. Something is fishy. I'm moving out of here. Hosana hasn't moved. Maybe he's going to chase after him. He was so close. He was less than 10 meters away from that impala. And they've got incredible acceleration speed. Alex, you've said that this is an old video. It cannot be an old video because it is the 18th of April today, and it is now 21 minutes past 6 p.m. Central African time. This is happening right now. This is live. It's in the Sabi Sand Wildtuin. We are very close to Tayla Lodge on Djuma. So no, this is not an old video. This is happening as we speak. And we just watched an impala escape the clutches of a leopard. But he is very young, he's very inexperienced. You can still see the impala's just there. You just sort of see his eyes, but I think he knows. I think he's a bit weary at the moment. Just turned around now so he can't see that eye shine. You'll just see it every now and then. What are you going to do, Hosana? He's still just watching. So he hasn't taken his eyes off. And sometimes a hunt does take a long time. It doesn't just happen in 2 seconds. Sometimes it may stalk for an hour, 2 hours. I once watched a leopard. Oh, you're going to come back this way. I once watched a leopard for about an hour on the sunset safari. And in the morning, he'd been still sitting at the same place outside a warthog burrow and sat for another 3 hours. So they are patient creatures, these leopards. He's trying again. Unfortunately, it's going to be hard to see, but we cannot move any closer, because if I move the car, I'm going to alert the impala. So we'll just sit and wait. Sammy Jane, you said if all else fails, scrub hair. I think that's what he's going to have to go back for. But if this impala bolts and starts alarming, that scrub hare is going to be alerted of Hosana's presence as well, and will probably move off and seek some shelter under a shrub. He's gone back down again. And Hosana's got everything on his side tonight. And it's nice and dark, and the stars are out, but they're not particularly bright. John, you've asked how old this leopard is. He's just over 2 years old now, so he's still quite young. He's still got a lot to learn. This is why I said he's inexperienced. So I suppose, even though he didn't make an attempt the first time, he knows better than I do. I shouldn't be one to be judging him. I don't know how to catch an impala. He probably would have made some calculations in his head and maybe thought to himself, I shouldn't go just yet. He's creeping up closer. Candace, you're quite right in saying, wow, the patience. You're definitely correct. Now, as soon as Hosana does bolt and run, if he does run towards that impala, or that impala walks straight towards him, which he is doing at the moment, and that would be ideal, is if that impala just walks straight up to him. As soon as we hear some sounds, we will race and get a better view. But for now, we're going to hold our out. Now, of course, I know some of you, the impala's looking suspiciously in the grass there. I know some of you are saying it's a bit dark. We're very far away. We're in infrared. We can't move because we don't want to alert anybody of our presence, but I think this impala knows what's up. You see how he keeps looking in the direction, and that's in a big impala ram. It's tough trying to move through the grass. Come on, Hosana, make your move. A lot of rustling going around. I can't even see him anymore, but he's somewhere in there. He's just laying low, like a leopard should, when they're trying to sneak up to its prey. I think he's slinking again. Is that him there? I think my eyes just want to see him move. Very, very difficult to see where he's moved to now. And the impala, I think, is behind the trees. Kayleen, now there's very little wind out tonight. I don't even think there's a breeze. So I don't think that's going to be playing sort of a part in this hunt this evening. It's going to be a big negative against Hosana as he slinks through the grass. And also it's not going to conceal his scent very well. So, because there isn't much of a breeze either, I don't think it's going to work in the impala's favor. I don't think it's going to be able to pick up on his scent too much. I don't know where this impala has gone. What I'm going to do is I want to have a quick scan around behind me. No, I think he's behind the trees at the moment because I can't see anything. So we typically use our spotlights to try and spot animals, to find them. And then once we've found them, we go into infrared. And then if they've moved off, we can use them again just to scan very quickly. Not keeping the light on them for too long. Just making sure Hosana hasn't snuck past on the side of the vehicle, but it doesn't look like it. I'm sure he's still in the bushes somewhere. No, I can't see either of them anymore. The impala could have gone further west from where we are, back up to the open plains, where just moments before we found Hosana, there were big herds, bachelor herds, breeding herds, herds of wildebeest as well. Lots of different creatures, but now I don't know where he is. I do think that impala has moved off quite a bit now. Right. Well, that was very exciting, wasn't it? Pretty amazing that we get to see the wild leopards in their elements. And, well, we're going to try and find them again. I might go back out and on the road, keep my distance. So if you'd like to carry on watching Safari Live to see if Hosana comes out and tries to catch a leopard again, not a leopard, catch an impala again, just head to, well, Safari Live. You can Google us. But for myself and VM and the rest of the Wild Earth team, it's been fantastic, and we hope that you join again soon. Hi guys. I don't know where Hosana's gone. Oh, there's the Impala. Go straight 12 o'clock. Where did he go? I don't know if this was on the... I don't know if this is now another Impala. There were a lot of them around here. I still can't see Hosana though. I have no idea where he is. And Impala's just sort of standing there looking. He definitely knows that something's there. I think the bugs are getting to him, as they are to VM and I. I don't know, Kirst. It's up to you. I don't know what Hosana's going to do. Okay, we'll keep it going for a minute longer. Everybody, we're going to extend the drive just slightly. There we go. Kirsten, I don't think it's going to be necessary. This Impala knows that he's there now. He's snorted. And is going to get out of there. I think he's just making sure that he knows that there's a leopard, but good attempt by Hosana. Hopefully he'll be quicker off the mark next time and not think so hard about it. Trust himself a little bit more. But what an exciting drive, with possibilities of Tingana being out tomorrow morning and on the property. And who knows when the Nkuhumas are going to return. Right, let's hope we see Hosana on a kill in the morning. But otherwise, we'll see you on the sunrise safari.